Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now in today's video I've got part 2 of my 3-part series, and this series focuses on some Govee smart lights that I got for the house. And in this video I'm going to be going through the setup of some RGB triangles for your wall, but you do need to watch this as I make a mistake and I don't want you to fall for the same one as me. So if you're new here, we make regular videos on gaming and technology for your smart home, so please do consider subscribing, as we may make a video to make your life easier and I wouldn't want you to miss out, so do hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So in this video I'll go through what you get in the box, how to get it set up and how you use the app, and along the way I'll have some tips and tricks for you to avoid the mistakes that I made. This model set number is H6067 and it's the set of 10 triangles. Each 20cm triangle is well packaged in the box along with a set of connection cables, power cables, removable plug and a control box. Now the hardest part of this build is to work out in what configuration you want the triangles in. I took some inspiration from the website, so what I suggest here is taking them all out, laying them on the floor and arranging them how you would want them up on your wall. I actually went to the effort of designing it first on my iPad, which, to be honest, was a complete waste of time. So just stick it on the floor and arrange it how you would like it on the wall. So onto the floor then they go, and you can easily arrange them, but do stop here. Look at my final design. Can you see what's wrong with it? Maybe not, but that's because I'm going headlong into a build without properly knowing the limitations meant that this design didn't work. I'll leave it on the screen for 5 seconds and see if you can point out which 2 of the triangles out of the 10 are out of place. And if you can spot them, why are they out of place? So did you get it? Well, triangle 3 and 9 in this configuration will not light up. Why? Because they are kind of isolated. For example, take one triangle. Here, let's take triangle number 1. You must go from one triangle to another without double backing. So in this, I'd need to go 1, 2, 3, back to 2, then on to 4. The easiest way to think of it is taking one triangle and having another from it with the 2 remaining sides. Then repeat till you've finished. Yes, they can double back and touch, but as long as they are in one continuous line. So what happened when I put them all up on the wall? I realised this and ended up taking a couple down. But this leads me nicely onto the pads on the back. They are pretty good and you can carefully remove them and stick them back on the wall, but I don't suggest doing this too often as it may lose its stickiness. I've had them fall off a couple of times, but that may have been due to the heat of the room as it's proper hot, and that I had been removed them quite a few times for the purposes of the video. You do get spare sticky pads in the box, which is a nice touch, so if one does become just a bit weak, replace it. So the system for getting them on the wall is a process that works well. Get your first triangle on the wall, and this will be the one that you want to attach your power cable to. I wanted mine behind the monitor, so I started with that one to the far right. On the back of each triangle you have 3 ports, 1, 2 and an in port. 1 and 2 are simply for out to the next triangle. So starting with your power triangle then, stick that to the wall, and the beauty of this system is you can pull the triangle off the wall and leave the sticky part on the wall. So just remember, power goes to the in and your next triangle will be coming out of port 1 or 2 depending on where you want it to go. Get your next triangle and plug it into your last triangle's cable, and depending on here, your next triangle will be plug cable 1 or 2, then stick it on the wall. Repeat until the entire design is done. Trust me, it's a lot easier in practically doing it than actually talking about it. It really is a pretty good system. Into the in and 1 or 2 for the out. So once you're done and happy with your system, you can now plug it into the wall and the whole lot will light up white. If it doesn't, it's easy to see where the fault is, as the first triangle in the chain that doesn't light up and the subsequent triangles won't light up either. So then let's just assume you've got it all right and everything's all lit up perfectly. It's time to move on to the app to set it up. If you used the Govee app before, it's all very simple. Just follow the on-screen instructions. This particular model, as I said, is H6067, so put that into the search bar and click on it. You need to first tell the app your layout, so starting with the first, click where that one is, For me, I had the power coming from the top right, so the orientation was actually 90 degrees to what the app is, and there's no way to change it. So you just have to kind of like turn your phone to the side, make it a bit easier. So once done, you can now start changing the triangles. The 4 usual Govee options are present: music, colour, scene and DIY, all self-explanatory. So I just go usually for something that's nice, bright and colourful. And there is a really cool feature that just above the speed slider, you can actually tell the direction it's from, and coming from the centre, which is the last option, is really effective. You can of course change the colour of each panel individually, which is done in the colour, and you can set up it how you want it showing really easily. One thing I also do across all my Govee products is set a timer. Now you can do this at the top, just click timer and set one up. I have it to go off every night just in case I forget to turn them off manually. Now under the timer is the brightness, and this thing can go really bright. In fact 100% is too bright even for the daytime. So I have it set to about 60% in the day and down to 1% at night. This thing could easily fill a room with the light at 100%. It's fantastic. So that's the app done. Now onto how it fits in. If you want an effective, bright, colourful, customisable wall RGB setup, then this, or even the hexagons as I've done before, is a great purchase. It's pretty unique, and as long as you follow the assembly rule I mentioned earlier, you can't go wrong and have it how you want it. I'd like to have some more to add to this setup, and maybe I will at some time down the road, but for now the 10 triangles set up on the wall will do. I hope you like this video. I hope I've gone through the setup. Good luck with setting it up, and just follow the rule on the triangles. Please do like, please do subscribe, and until the next video, bye bye.